Do you want to be able to charge premium high ticket prices for your online coaching, consulting, or expert-based business? I hope that you do, because I'm going to walk you through exactly the 4 things that you need to have in place in order to be able to attract and enroll consistent high ticket clients straight into your business. In case we've never met before, I'm Fabi Bali, brand strategist, and I focus on helping coaches, consultants, and experts upgrade their message so that they can attract more of these high-end clients. And one of the most common questions that I get asked is, how do I build a premium brand? How do I turn my business into something that will command premium high ticket prices, whether we're talking about 3K, 5K, 10K, 20K. I even have a client that's currently charging $300,000 to work with him for a year. So how do you do that? Well, there's essentially 4 different pieces that really need to be in place in your brand, in your business, in the way that you're doing things in your business to be able to attract those types of people right this very minute. And let's walk you through exactly what those things are. Number 1, we need to make sure that you have a premium brand message. So when we talk about brand message, this is the heartbeat of your brand. This is about how you communicate who it is that you are and what it is that you do in the most clear and compelling way. Your message is within your content creation. So whether we're talking about YouTube videos or TikToks or Reels or Instagram posts or whatever that is, or we talk about this as part of your webinar, your PDF, your lead generation strategies, that is all within, or that all of that has your brand message, just like it's in your website, in your emails. So it's in every little piece of your brand and in your business. So within your brand message, there are really 3 core things that you really need to have a lot of clarity on. Number 1, you need to understand exactly who the high ticket, ready to invest audience actually is, because it's not who you necessarily think it is, right? You need to really understand exactly who the audience is, but beyond just like saying, well, I work with career women, I will work with men, overweight men, or I work with single women, whatever that is, it's exactly who the person that is ready to invest is, right? Because there's a difference between the person who's like, this is my audience, and the person who is, this is the ready to invest version or person within that audience. So you need to get a lot of clarity around who your ideal audience actually is. And the reason for this is that when you have a lot of clarity around your audience, the content that you create changes, right? Because if you're randomly just creating things and saying, well, let me try to be broad and try to get a lot of people, the content that you're creating isn't specific enough, and you have to think about the fact that a premium audience is looking for a premium solution. And what that means is that they're looking for solutions that are very specific to the problems that they have right now. So if you want to be able to actually be attracting these people into your business, we need to make sure that you're creating content that speaks to the very specific problem that they have. The second part within your brand message that you need to have a lot of clarity on is what exactly makes you different. And I know that this is a kind of a difficult question to answer sometimes, because you look around you and say, well, I'm a health coach and there's a gazillion health coaches. Or I'm a financial coach and you're like, well, there's a lot of us, right? So what you need to do is dig deep into really discovering and figuring out, well, what is it that makes me different? Like, there have to be things within me, my brand, my message, that makes me stand out from other people. The more that you can incorporate these things into your content creation, into your brand message, the more effective it's going to be for you in turning you into that premium coaching brand. If there's a million of you and you all sell the same thing and you all say the same things, it's going to make it so much harder for you to actually make sales. The third thing within your brand message that you need to understand is, what is the actual outcome that you help your clients achieve? Now, this is tricky because you really need to understand, well, what is it that my client really wants? What is it that they need? And what is it that they actually get as an end result when they work with me? The more specific that you are within that, the more effective your communication is going to be, because then all of this is coming together to build a message that makes you truly unique and different from everybody else, giving your ideal audience that we determine the ideal result that they want as well. So that is the first thing. The second thing that we need to define is your offer. So to build a premium offer, or to be able to position yourself or become a premium brand, we need to make sure that your offer is very specifically solving a very specific problem. And oftentimes how that works is by you coming on and really creating a methodology, a framework, a process, a system that is your own. Yes, you might be a health coach and maybe you're doing the same thing that a lot of people are doing, but how can we position your offer in a way that feels unique? How can we package it in a way that feels different? What can we incorporate that makes you different, that only you know, that will allow people to look at you and say, I had never seen it like that. This is something different from anything else that I've seen out there. Let me come in and let me hire you, or let me work with me, or let me find out a little bit more about what you're doing. So the more unique and different your offer is, the more powerful it will be for you to be able to attract those premium people and be seen as a premium brand as well, right? So don't focus just about like, well, these are how many sessions you get when you work with me, or this is the module, these are the videos, this is the program, and more so thinking about what is the benefit and how do I turn all of these things that we talked about, what makes you different, who your ideal audience is, and what is the outcome, how do I turn these things into a process that nobody else can teach and nobody else can follow, but because it's mine completely, basically. Third thing that we want to focus on is making sure that you've built a marketing strategy that is powerful, that is magnetic, and is different from anything else out there. If you're doing surface level content, like how to do this, how to do that, 3 little tips, like inspirational quotes, none of that stuff will work. What you want to do is create content that goes deeper, that allows your audience to look at you and say, wow, this is quite different. This is something that I've never seen before. And you do this by speaking to the most empowered version of your audience. One of the things that people tend to do as a mistake is dig too deep into the problem. Too deep into talking about how horrible your ideal audience's life is and how much they're struggling and how difficult things are. And this might work for some people, but the truth is that what we want to do is speak to the empowered version of your audience. Remember, we talked about speaking to the ready to invest person. So for that, we need to make sure that your content is really driving the vision, really pushing your ideal audience's desires, right? Not so much talking about the pain and the problem, but more so talking about the thing that your audience wants. I call this not being the Ursula. The Ursula being the person that's speaking to the poor, unfortunate souls, right? That's not what we want. Instead, we want to speak to the empowered version of your audience. And we do this by speaking to those people who are ready to invest, ready to go, ready to take action, and ready to move forward. All of these things need to be incorporated within your marketing strategy and the things that you're putting out there. Finally, for you to be able to build a premium brand, you need to make sure that your brand looks premium. Despite what people are telling you about how you don't need a website or you don't need this or blah, 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 that's not true. The truth is that for you to be able to build a premium brand, you need to look the part as well. Meaning your logo, your website, your photographs, all of that has to be highly professional. It needs to feel like a luxury brand. It needs to feel powerful, because all of those things will add to building your credibility and will allow your audience to feel like, wow, I'm getting something that is next level. Part of all of this, by the way, is really thinking about how you price yourself, because if you price yourself too low, thinking that you're going to get more clients, that's not how it works at all. For you to be able to position yourself as a premium brand, the price has to be high as well. So all of these things come together. Your message, your offer, your marketing, and your visual brand or your brand identity need to come together to make sure that you have built yourself as a premium brand. Hopefully all of this is making sense. Go ahead, follow me for more, subscribe right now, or look me up as Fabi Paolini, and look below this video in the information box where you'll see a guide that walks you through 5 strategies to be able to upgrade your message so that you attract more ready to invest, ready to go premium coaching clients into your business right now. I'll see you in the next video. Ciao.